Hey, oh look, there's already 10 people there. My God, that's bizarre. How can you be there waiting when we
Because
haven't...
I'd said to people, hit your notification bell and
No, but how are the numbers... How are you there when we're not there?
You are clever. God, look at my hair here. I look like a badger.
You do look like a badger. You smell like a badger as well,
God.
if you don't mind me saying.
Oh my God.
You smell and look like a badger. Do you know why you smell like a badger?
No.
Whoa! Sorry.
I don't know why I smell like a badger.
You smell like a badger.
Badger, hadger.
Why won't it come up? It's just so annoying.
Right, so guys, this will be very boring for people that
Oh, here it
join
is,
us afterwards.
Yeah, well,
we are
can you
basically,
stop cleaning yourself on me?
We are basically reviewing the last episode of A Confession.
Did you see it? Did you like it?
And I have something quite
Nikita,
controversial to say about this episode.
well, Nikita Sanger said, did anyone else think the ending was very quick? I kind of know what you mean.
I thought this was a very... Now, we've loved this series.
Yeah.
And, you know, we must always keep in our thoughts, this is real people that have gone through the most terrible tragedy, the parents, and of course, all the poor girls' lives that have been lost. But it is also a drama. And I think it was a bit imbalanced, this series, because
this series or this episode?
Well, no, because we had the 3 episodes,
Yep.
which I think sat very nicely.
Yep.
And then the 4th episode just sort of wanted to wrap everything up very quickly.
We found this with a couple of dramas recently,
I mean,
where they've kind of rattled to the
yeah.
end quite rapidly.
Yeah.
I tell you what I felt, and I'll tell you what I'm going to say. Who's barking?
Thank you.
I tell you, I'm just going to go and let the dog in. I tell you what I felt. I felt that there wasn't enough Joe in it.
Oh, there was loads of Joe in it this episode, and he was very, very good. Joe Absolone, who plays the murderer.
In the series.
We call him Joe, because I feel like... Joe and I were really good friends when we were in EastEnders, and I've not seen him for years, and I'm so fond of him, because he's such a sweetheart. But he plays this brutal beast so well.
Well, we started this episode in Libya. We had to rewind very quickly and then play catch-up. We were like, hang on a minute, what the hell's going on here? And obviously he was in Libya. Presumably he'd gone there. A lot of people had gone out there as mercenaries with training.
Well, I thought he was. Why do you always say that when I yawn?
I'm going to start doing that.
One, it's like, what's the other really annoying thing? Oh, well done. It's one of those sort of things.
One of those.
Oh, we're keeping you up.
It's one of those.
I hate that saying. Don't say it to me.
One of those.
I'm tired. I got up at 6
So
o'clock
I'm
this
all right,
morning.
we're all
it's
tired.
All right to be tired.
We're all tired. There you go. That was nice, wasn't it? So yeah, I found Libya was a bit of a kind of left field thing. So obviously, do you think he'd gone there? Had he gone there of his own choice? Do we know? You're now not going to say anything.
No, I thought you were asking. I
am asking, but there's going to be a bit of a...
that we didn't know. I'm not going to suddenly make it up. I literally don't know why it was in Libya. I found it very confusing because we went out of the titles and suddenly we were in Libya. I mean, was he sent there as part of the police? I mean, it was very odd and it wasn't explained.
Yeah, and can we ask, what was the deal with the stubbly, bearded detective?
Yeah, I think that was another...
That was very unclear for too long.
That was another point that we felt was unclear. Obviously, he was jealous of him and trying to steal the case.
Yeah.
But we didn't really get to know what that was all about. But tonight, there is a programme with Trevor McDonald and the detective Culci.
Trevor McDonald and Flucci.
Colucci.
I don't know what you're talking about. Trevor McDonald and Flucci.
Yeah, and they discuss it, so hopefully he'll tell us
Vulture is being interviewed at 10:45 on ITV, which I think would be quite interesting, actually. I think the most surprising part of this whole series and this episode too was the fact of the tug of war between Fulcher's character and the police force. I mean, it just strikes me as remarkably unsupportive. And
that's why I'd be interested to see him in an interview. I mean, what the hell was going on?
I know, bizarre, absolutely bizarre.
I mean, it seemed like they just wanted to hide the fact that there was obviously multiple other murders.
Yeah.
And you know, for all those parents in that area that have lost their children, I mean, I want to know what's going on with that. I mean, is there a continued pressure group for trying to get
the missing children?
Yeah,
because there must be missing people. It's not just a case of, there being clothes found. There are also missing people. Now, one of the tragic little details I thought in part 2, and you were oohing and ahhing a lot about it, was Sian's mum looking at the new girlfriend of Sian's ex-boyfriend. And I thought that was tragic. I thought it was beautifully observed, very sad. I mean,
that just shows an utterly brilliant actress. Look what was in the script there. Coffee. Everyone wanted coffee. So, where did you meet? Tell me everything. That was all that was on paper. And look at how much she gave us just with the look, and the hand, when she looked. The pain.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we could feel the knife going into her heart like butter and just slicing it open. Just that
absolutely.
little. And yet she was trying to do the right thing. And then when she went into the bathroom and she sobbed, and then the woman came in and she closed the door and sobbed, and then just that little moment with the actress that came in, and just does she go to the door? Does she help them?
Yeah.
I loved all of that.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Why do you think she could see her ex, essentially son-in-law's sort of new girlfriend, but not the mother of the other daughter? What was stopping her, from a mother's perspective, from talking to Imelda Staunton's character?
She didn't want her daughter to be thought of as a prostitute and a
Oh,
drug
right.
addict.
So it was a.
She said that.
Yeah.
She
No,
said
I know.
that
I
in
didn't know whether it
episode
was
2.
still that by the end. Though.
I think I felt that towards the end was, you know how shock is a wonderful thing and it delays the pain. And I think the reality of the two of them talking about what happened, like when she said, so I wanted a husband that controlled me, because she didn't want to think, she wanted to lose herself, she wanted to be an automaton where she didn't actually have to go to the pain and the thought. Like in the previous episode when she said, why were her boots off?
Yes.
You know, she doesn't want to be asking those questions. She doesn't know whether she was raped. She doesn't know.
Yeah.
And I just, oh my God, it was just so beautifully played by the actress.
Yeah.
And then I felt at the end when she looked at her and he says, go and talk to her, go and talk to her. And she went, too close. It's too close.
Too close.
To hitting the reality of what has actually happened.
No, absolutely.
I'd be interested to know now. I wonder if now they've forged a relationship.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know, actually. That would
Yeah.
have been a nice update, perhaps, saying, you know, they had or hadn't met up. There was also the extra details in part 2 of Joe Absalom, this character, you know, obviously the suspect, defending himself. I mean,
Thank God he was so bloody stupid
What
and
an
arrogant,
egotist and
ignorant,
narcissist.
and egotistical narcissist that thought he could do that.
What a
And
moron.
again, I thought Joe Absalom played it.
he played
so
it very well.
brilliantly.
You did play it
And
brilliantly.
that beautiful black actress that played the prostitute
Yes,
turned
sort of
good.
witness
She was
X.
so good. Oh, I remember. Oh
yeah,
my God.
that was very
it's made-
powerful, that scene.
Oh, it was very powerful.
Very powerful. Lovely line from Martin Freeman. He is the master of the throwaway line, isn't he? Like he's the master of the throwaway look. When the stubbly, portly cop says, when he's brought back into the police station, oh, I see a nice suntan. And he turns around and says, I see you got detective superintendent.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
really
him when he
good.
does that. He's the kind of man you want on your side, Martin Freeman, in these situations. Imelda Staunton is a
Reminds me
national
a bit
treasure.
of John Burko today.
I know
the way
what you
he
mean.
moves and
Well,
his
you're
body.
obsessed with John Burko.
do love John
You know they're
Burko.
talking about John Burko as
I
a sort of leader
I
of
know. And I
a
think it's
unity
a great
government.
idea.
Yeah.
John Burko for Prime Minister, as far as
Thank
I'm
you, Amy
concerned.
Eyre. It is fab news about Maddie. Go to Maddie on Spotify. You can get all of her songs. She's put. I think she might have put a new song up today.
She's really excited.
she's really
because
excited.
Thank you
She's
so
really
much for
enjoying it, and thank you
supporting
for
her,
your
because we
support.
know loads of viewers support her.
Yeah. Sue
Thank you.
Johns is a very good question. What shall we watch next? I'm a little bit annoyed, although I have to say I'm enjoying watching Succession. Me and Nads are watching Succession season 1. It's
So good.
I mean, seriously good. Season 2 is currently running, and we'll probably have caught up by season 3, so we could probably review that. But anyway, back to this.
But we were gonna review Catherine the Great, but it's got a terrible review.
Well, I read one review that said it's just it's a what's it called when something's a sort of
Hagiography.
when it's a
Not
glory, when it's what's her name?
vanity project.
Vanity project for what's her name? Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren. Jesus, my brain is addled with so many film references. Anyway, part 3, Absalom in court. We see I think we watch it unroll, and it's not surprising that Absalom totally fails in the face of the jury. His egotism and, as you say, narcissism just kind of completely, he loses it. But I thought it was intriguing the way the episode ended. I liked the way in which it ended with Freeman in the radio show, quite cogently and clearly stating why the police force got it so fucking wrong. Or
What's
why
his
the
line?
why the law gets it so wrong.
Pace.
Yeah, he was talking about pace, and he was saying, in that instance, would you rather have your daughter alive, or do I
Yeah.
take you through procedure knowing that she'll be killed?
She'll be killed.
I mean, it's a lunacy.
It's just an absolute
It's a lunacy. So my heart really went out to Fulcher at the end there. I mean, obviously it does all the way through, but you're reminded that, and I love that.
And it was sad when he said, he was right though.
Yeah.
We both had to.
It was
he
a
did
sort of-
ruin
yeah.
my life.
We cancelled each other out.
Do you remember what was the film with the serial killer Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster?
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, and the way it was all about, and he was meeting out his sadism and stuff
Yeah.
by trying to ruin her. There's a similarity, I think.
Do you want an
in that.
interesting fact about that film? That Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster were never in the same room at the same time once. So when they filmed all the scenes, they shoot all of her. She's not actually. They were never on set at the same time in the
that's
same
horrible.
shot. No, I know.
horrible.
But if you think about it, it's the magic and the absolute deceit of filmmaking. Yeah? And Imelda Staunton. Come on, so what do we think about this? Is this going to be one of those shows that at the BAFTAs next year is going to be winning all sorts of awards? I think Imelda deserves a bit of a nod. I think Joe
bit of a
Absalom nod.
She was bloody
I think
brilliant.
Joe Absalom. I think there's some great
Well, but
performances.
both of the mothers I thought were brilliant.
Yeah. I forget that woman's name.
I
She was
know, it's so annoying. We
terrible.
should write this
She's
down.
brilliant. She's brilliant in
gonna
a
look
film about Jehovah's Witnesses. She plays the mum. She's absolutely sensational
But
in
she's
that
been
film.
a brilliant
she's
jobbing
been-
actress all her
She was
life.
also in that
Anyone
series.
know her name?
Happy Valley, wasn't she? She's the sister
Yeah.
of Sarah Lancashire. Is anyone watching the new Sarah Lancashire season called The Accident?
it started?
No, it's about to start, but it
Oh,
looks
we'll have
really-
to do that.
That looks cracking.
Because we love her. Siobhan Finneran.
Yeah, Siobhan Finneran.
That's her name.
Siobhan Finneran. So there you go. So let's catch up with some of your thoughts here. I hope it deserves it. Faith Goodman, hello. Come on, start making your comments now. We're going to have a little read of them. Rebecca Langford just joined. Is Confessions a series worth watching? I'd say it certainly is. The first episode is a bit odd, but once you get used to the fact that this is really a docudrama in a way, really, isn't it?
Well, it is a docudrama.
Well, it's
definitely.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
a document. It's a real life
well,
story,
docudrama
dramatised.
docudrama often invokes the idea that you've got documentary and then you go to dramatic scenes, but this is so based on transcripts and documentation that it is. A lot of people asking if we're watching The Capture. I can't say I was grabbed by the
What's that?
trailer.
What is it?
I thought, is it good, guys?
What's
is
that
it good?
one?
It's the one on the BBC, I think, and it stars
I haven't seen it.
stars a young Irish actress who was very good in Animals, a film at the cinema. Please watch The Capture. Which episode is your favourite and which character is your favourite? I always like Martin Freeman. I mean, I never expect to... I always think that this is going to be the one episode where he doesn't capture me, but he does
So
capture me.
everyone's saying his capture is brilliant.
Yeah, The Capture is brilliant. Well, yeah.
Never literally. How have we
Every-
not heard of it?
I have. I've heard of it. I elected not to do it because I didn't
How
think it was
many
going to be big.
episodes is it in?
I think we're about 6 in. It was
Oh,
kind of
that's too
either
late.
this or that, really, in a way. Remember Grant Mitchell, Nadia?
I
James Gill,
do.
Bob Smith.
I do.
Will there be a vlog tonight? There will be a vlog coming up later, but I've got to edit it.
But now we are going to go because to tell you the truth, I'm absolutely.
I'm absolutely knacking
Thank
on.
you
But
so
thank you
much
for
for
this.
joining us,
yeah, thanks for
guys.
joining us on this series, and thank you for your comments because right at the beginning of this season, you helped clarify a number of things for us. So that's where it's a two-way thing. It's not just us jabbering; it's you jabbering too. So thank you, and there will be a vlog coming up later on tonight. Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.